you want to go to Systeme.io and you want to go to blogs. This I could do when it comes to blogging. You want to go to blog and you want to create a blog. Now, when it comes to blogging, again, you should have made sure your domain name matches exactly what from. You want to make sure your domain name matches exactly from Namecheap. So this one's going to call terms and conditions. Let's just call it that, just for that blog. And this one's called terms. You want to change the blog domain. Systeme.io gives you a free one, but you want to put yours. As you can see, it changes the path. The URL path now becomes Be Better 24 online terms. Cool. Let's create. You can preview all these different blogs. Template. I suggest just choosing the one that's just simple, something you can just raise quick, because you don't really need all this kind of stuff on it. So I like this one. This one looks like a change. So I'm going to hit the create button, and we're creating a new blog at this moment right now. All right. So terms and conditions are made. That's the whole point. It's one blog with a whole bunch of different pages in it. You don't really care for these posts. You only care for the pages. But if you feel like me, sometimes you want to delete the whole thing, you can. You just deactivate the post or just delete. I would delete the whole thing. All right, but you want to focus on the pages. All right. Post obviously is for when you start posting online, your blogs, but these are the pages you want to focus on. You just want to get them because you want to get your URLs. So, oh wow, look, I have them all before, but I'm gonna show you how. I've had them all before, but we're gonna show you the correct way to make them now. So you want to make sure the blog layout, all this you want to be empty. You don't really need all this. You can kill the section. You can kill this section. You can kill this section. You can pretty much get rid of everything. You don't really need all this. You want to keep this here because for some reason it doesn't work without it. So you want to keep that here. You want to delete this as well. Erase the section. The only thing that should be on this page is blog content. Save changes. Leave the bottom alone. Save changes. Exit out. Back to pages. Recreate. I'm probably going out the way because I have to probably edit this correctly because there was a lot of mistakes here. But now we should be on track. You create the blog page. You have to delete. If you make changes in the blog layout, delete the page that you originally made before you made the change, because you might have to create a new one after. All right, so you head to terms and conditions. Now your content and element, because you need a blog. It's a blog content, so you need a blog element or a blog content box there to put whatever element you want to put in there. Elements being such as text. Right. Now, you want to go to the website termsandconditionsgenerator.com. I most likely have it in the course, or I will have it available in the Facebook group just in case you can't find it. Don't worry about it. I'll have it ready for you. This is going to generate your terms and conditions. So you want to enter your company name. You want to enter your website name, terms and conditions, because that's what we want. Then you want to enter the website URL. Most likely you'll have it already available, so just double check. You want to press save so you don't change anything. Terms and conditions is the URL. That's the URL that's generated for you, your subdomain or subpath. Head back to terms and conditions, paste that URL inside, and you press next. And then you just enter your email address. You want to enter your email address because that's where you're going to get back your... Oh, well, my bad. You want to make sure you enter... Well, it's very iffy how you want to enter when it comes to email address. I personally like to use my business email address that you can actually receive information from. When you use your email address that you generated, the private email address that you generated for the business, you're not really necessarily getting information from that email address. It's just there to send emails out, right? For your leads to click on. If you want them to really contact you, I would suggest making a separate email again. You're going to have a lot of emails, but you make a separate email again based on your name of your business. In my case, you saw that I would have normally put support at bebetter24 at gmail. Oh, my bad. You would see that I would have support at bebetter24.com. That would be my email address I made with Namecheap as a private email, but I also made a new one for my business itself for contact purposes. help.bebetter24 at outlook.com. Okay, you want to make sure your country is obviously United States and your state is New York or wherever you are from. Then you want to say generate my conditions, and there you go. Your terms and conditions have been generated. That's it. You can see it right here. Terms and conditions outline the rules and regulations for the use of bebetter24's website, locating at www.bebetter24 online terms and conditions. Right? So what you could do is copy the link to clip. You want to copy the link to the clipboard or copy the link and post it in your next page so you can see how it looks. Normally they will send an email to you as well. As you can see, it covers everything from cookies, license, hyperlinking, and so forth, privacy. That's pretty much terms and conditions. So you want to copy that. Now you want to head back to blog pages. You want to edit it, the terms and conditions, and paste. Oh, not the link. My bad. You want to copy and paste the whole entire thing. Copy, paste, and there you go. Terms and conditions. Save the changes. You're done. Terms and conditions. Now you want to create a different blog page, a new one. This one could be your privacy policy. Right? So let's call this privacy policy. Right? And you create it. Now this is privacy policy. Another website I have available for you is called app.freeprivacypolicy.com, where you can create a privacy policy generator. So you want to click that. You want to make sure it's for your website. bebetter24. And you're an individual. If you haven't made a business yet, LLC. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. Do I recommend making an LLC? It's early on, especially if you haven't made no business. Probably not. I explained in the course why. If you haven't checked it out, go check the course. Buy it. It's available for you. Let's continue going. We're going to go down to the country of United States of America. Yep. And then we're going to go to the New York. You see me a little bit saying a little bunch of extra ad-libs is because I've been doing this for hours, trying to make sure you all get the information you need to start your own online business. All right, without any headaches, straight to the point. So you make sure you get to the next step. Once in the next step, you want to make sure what kind of information you're collecting from your users. Obviously, depends on the page you're on. Obviously, I'm connecting email address and possibly the first name and email, and that's pretty much it, right? Depending on the page you're going. Privacy policy. How can users contact you for any policy issues? You want to buy email. Again, I would put not the email that you're sending your leads. You would put the email that you can actually respond. And for me, that is bebetter24 at outlook.com. Then you hit the next step. You have to be careful. Sometimes this page may come off depending on the questions. I'll show you soon. You can have seen the pricing. The free privacy policy is free. For the professional private policy, you'll pay only for what you need. One-time payment, no current fees. Actually, we don't need all that, so just go, no, I don't want a privacy policy. And you want to receive it on which email? That's what I hope you saw that. Like I said, sometimes this page you have to pay attention to what you're choosing, especially on the refund policy part. there's sections where it says, hey, if you choose this, it's going to be $10. Just don't choose it. All you have to do, I'll show you in a second. Let's focus back on here real quick. Help be better. 24 at outlook.com. And you generate the privacy policy, and you're done. Privacy policy has been generated. Okay? It's that simple. It's really that simple. Just, it's tedious, a lot of work, but it is that simple. And you basically want to copy this whole entire thing. So to do that, copy the link, head to the next page, and here's a link, and that's privacy policy for Be Better 24. Copy the whole thing, head back to Systeme.io blog pages, privacy policy you set up, and all you're doing is dragging the content text here, pasting the entire thing. All right, that's privacy policy. You want to make sure you double check to erase these parts, and maybe bold that, and maybe underline it just to be make sure it's on point. But that's pretty much it. If this was the refund policy page I was saying before, if you generated it on the free privacy policy website, sometimes, again, depending on the sections, you can't choose a certain option because it's going to cost an extra fee. It's fine. Choose the free option. What you can do is when you're done copying the whole thing, when it's finished, you can just head back inside your editor and just reword everything, what you do truly offer. You know, sometimes it might cost you, for example, it might say you can't say that you can't refund regulated goods. And if you choose, if you want to accept that you do refund that, it might cost you $10. Choose the no option, and in the website itself, the editor itself, Systeme.io, when you have it generated, just reword it. Just read through and reword it. Just want to be meticulous. You want to make sure everything's just on point. You don't want to get, you want to make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, everything. All right. So after that's done, you want to hit save changes, obviously. And you're pretty much done. And you just continue that on with all the refunds, your disclaimers, whatever you choose, throughout the entire pages until everything's filled up. Now, when that's done, you want to head back. Let's make sure you copy the page. Sometimes it's easier if you just duplicate the page, so you don't have to keep going back and forth like difficulty. You can at least do this. You know what I mean is you want to head back to your funnels. Head back to your funnel system, the landing page that you require. You want to edit in that landing page. Put a section of text, probably on the bottom there, right? So you want to erase this entire thing, and you probably want to put privacy. Privacy policy, and next to each other, terms and conditions, right? You do that, but you want to make sure you can see it, right? So you want to just make it white, or depending on the background, or depending on your landing page's background color, you want to make sure it's visible. You highlight that section, privacy policy. You make sure you chose the right one. You highlighted the right one. When it comes to the URL, right here, you want to choose the hyperlink, what you want to connect in. Type in the URL. You want to paste it in. Save it. Hit that save button right there. And you're good to go. And you do the same thing for terms and condition. Copy it. Oh no. Okay, good. When that happens, you don't want to do this. Just make sure you hit the button icon, because if you do that, you're going to mess up the entire thing. Sometimes it's a little annoying. It gets a little clunky. But like I said, you type in the URL, terms and condition, save. You want to make sure it's right. You click the view editor. This is just a view. I said this is preview mode. Select it, and your privacy policy should be there. And you're done. And this should be the same thing for terms and conditions. See, obviously you want to make sure everything is right. Clean it up. I am rushing it a bit, but you want to make sure everything's cleaned up, spaced out, just looks good so it doesn't look crazy. And that's pretty much how you set up your privacy policies and your terms and conditions.